right, what is up, guys? So today I didn't go live for very long. I only went live for like 30 minutes. News stopped me out in profit on my first trade, technically my second, and I forgot to record the video for like the pre-market analysis and etc. So instead of doing that, I'm going to be kind of doing a trade breakdown video of my 3 trades tonight. 2 for 3. I posted my TikTok 2 for 2. I forgot I took a loss. 2 for 3, 2 wins, 1 loss. And we're up around just a little under $5,000 on the night. So I'm going to break this down really quick on both trades, not try to talk too long. And we're now we just took a 9K payout last week, and we're now 3 days away from another. This payout, even after the 10%, should be around, depending on how I do for the rest of the week, obviously, but it's going to be between like 10 to 15,000. So yeah, we're looking pretty good off my comeback. But anyways, so yeah, here's the 5 accounts. I'm also this week going to be going back to Lucid and Tradeify, try to get back to that like over $1 million funding that I had a month and a half, 2 months ago. So yeah, we're going to try to get fully allocated with 3 firms again. I'm trying to push these top steps to a live account, most likely, because I don't want to get banned from Top Step because I like the X platform. But anyways, first trade was a long. No. My first trade was a loss, and that was a short. And I believe, what was it? I took all my trades on MGC tonight because volume and conditions looked a little, you can see, like we were consolidating a shit ton. And we had lower draws, which I know we have an SMT, but I think we're going to dump down to these 60s. But my first trade, I believe, what was it? I think it was I know it was pretty close off open, just because I checked the charts off open. We had this huge NWOG, and I was like, I want to take advantage of this. And I believe it was, what was it? I know it was before the 4 p.m. Oh, I think it was right here. Oh, yeah, because we had, I believe I shorted daily open here. I had my stop at this internal high. Or no. Because I risked a bit more, because I took micros tonight. Yeah, so I had my stop at this high. And I know we had like a 5-minute RB here. Yeah, we had a 5-minute RB. We had the 15-minute, which our first presented 15 off of our closure on the 15-minute was bearish. Basically, that's all it was. It was very simple. We were in a premium of this open, and I know we had an NWOG. Wasn't the best trade, but I thought we were going to continue lower before going up, taking these 60s. So it had a very high RR. I only lost like 200 and I think 260 on that trade. And then the second trade right here was based off of, I thought this was going to be a low of day, which I'll show you guys this right now as well. I got into this trade, it's only been 3 minutes, at 5:20, and shout out Matt here. Let me pull this up. I texted Matt at, here we go, 5:04. So when price was up here, right? I texted him, I'm longing 4684.4. You guys should be able to see that, right, Matt? Boom. You guys should be able to see that. So this trade was pretty simple. I believe entry-wise was OTE of our 30-minute. Yes, because this closed bullish. The 30-minute closed bullish. So I think it was 0.79 of our 30-minute. Or no, OTE of our 30-minute. What was it? 84. I took 84.4. Oh, yeah, and it was 0.79 of our range, I believe. Which you can see we failed to break the high. Who's calling me? NG, I'll call you back. Okay, my bad. Holy shit. I'm like all over the place right now. You can see we never broke this high before I got into this long, right? And we never broke this low. So I'm playing the range. And I'm going to explain a few more trades that I could have took tonight, but kind of limited myself. So this was like heavily off of fib. And I know this looks like craziness right here. But let me first break down just our range. Let me go step by step so you guys can really understand this. So if we're going to grab the fib from the low to our high, and 0.79, which is usually going to be our deepest discount or premium of a leg, range, etc. was 684.4, right? And that was my exact entry. Like we didn't have any draw. I didn't have any drawdown on this trade, 0. You can see this like right here, right? I think I risked a 1.5, something on that end. And so we had 0.79 of our opening or our current session range. We didn't break the high, we didn't break the low, right? What I wanted was this low to be protected. I wanted to have an internal sweep. Like this is a liquidity sweep right here, like something as simple as that, which you can see right here. And that's not based off this 1 minute low, that's based off time frame alignment. So you can see here we have a 15-minute low. We have relatively equal lows on the 5-minute. We have a few three relatively like just built up lows on the 30-minute, and then we had like the 4 p.m. low as well. Now another thing was if we go to the hourly, we had 705 aligned with our range, 0.79 of our range. If we go to the 30-minute as well, so you guys see the 705 of the hourly aligns with our range. If I go to the 30-minute, you can see 705 is aligned there as well. It's just 0.3 points above on both time frames. 15-minute, we had 0.62 on the dot. So we had 0.62 the 15-minute on the exact price aligned, and a same exact thing on the 5-minute, 0.62, right? So it was as simple as that. Another thing was if we go head over to silver, the reason I wanted to be bullish there my bias was bullish, and the reason I didn't think we were going to make a new low on our session was because of silver. So if I mark out our daily open on silver, which silver's still surprisingly climbing, which it took those PM highs, which was my overall target for silver. So I now think silver's going to go lower. And I also think that gold's going to take those 70s or high 60s that I thought. But you can see right here, if I show you guys on silver for our current session, we took our New York AM highs, which this was our previous day high, right? You can see here. That's what my draw was for silver, was previous day high. And the reason for that is because when we opened on silver, let me get all this craziness out of your guys' face as well. Boom, boom, and boom. Oops, one more. Wait, boom. Okay, not all that's out of your face. You can see once we opened on silver, if we go to the hourly time frame, we had taken these, or maybe more obvious on the 4 hour, these relatively equal lows right here. We had swept those. I can even show you this on the 15-minute. It's just these built up relatively equal lows here off of our NWOG. So where price opened, we swept all of this. Came down into a higher time frame POI, and I'll just show you that in the 15-minute. I'm not going to get too deep, but there was a really good long off open on silver as well. And if we go to gold, go look at the hourly rate. Wait, was it? Oh no, I was like, what? Does that make sense? Someone's silver, that's why. If we go to the hourly, you can see we have an SMT with those relatively equal lows. It'd be these lows right here. 4 hour, exact same thing. My target is this unmitigated 4 hour gap. I can even see a push down to 30s here. However, I did want to see at least consequent encroachment of our NWOG to be filled before going lower, which is 716. That was my full TP for the long, which I'll get into. But that's going more into my bias as well, as we had that very strong higher time frame SMT, and we had clear draws for both commodities, gold and silver. So I took this long, risking a 1.5 with 7 micros. I think I was risking, I don't know, like $120, and it was to make like 2.2K, something like that. This was my full target here, and you can see here I got stopped in profit. I think it was around like this low right here. I think I was trailing at this low, so I still delivered a 6R. Basically, this is all this is all I caught on the trade, execution wise, but it looks cooler at daily open because I also said shorts at daily open look really good. And Deja, if you're watching this, one of my students took these shorts off daily open because we had a lot of alignment. I believe she actually took a bit higher, which she like top ticked this thing, and she took it to this internal low, which is pretty fire. So very good short there. But yeah, that was my trade right there. We also had time frame alignment, so I wanted it to be, again, I went over my bias, all right, we're only 9 minutes in. 5 p.m., which is our true Asia open. This is a key open. We had open bearish, right? We failed to break, came lower and tapped me in. My bias was bullish. I want to see a bearish open and a bullish close. So my goal was this hourly to flip, which at the time I had the hourly low. You can't really see that now, but I caught the hourly low. And we had actually broke above this 5 p.m. So what I wanted to see is price get a little bit of a retest, maybe not even dump under this hourly. But then once we had a push here, I was like really looking for expansion to these 704s, 705s. And I even said if 704s or 705s and we had the hourly close bullish, we were vibing. But what happened? 552 comes along, NQ dumps 200 points in a few minutes, and I'm stopped out in profit. So first trade, or second trade, took a loss on a short here, took a win on a dub here, and I was up like $300, something not crazy. So we came up to, in this, looking at the second trade, we came up into this NWOG. Silver, I was watching silver. Silver had fully, and we can look at the time of this. I took this trade at 7:02 p.m., which the time matters as well. I'm going to get into. But if we go back to silver and we go like just even on the 1 minute and look at where price was at 7:02, you can see right here, this is our also the 7 p.m. is the next 4 hour open, right? It's true day open is at 3 p.m. my time. The next 4 hour open is at 7 p.m. my time. So this is the 4 hour open bullish, and we tapped a higher time frame level that I had on silver, which was this internal high, and we were respecting this mitigated high, which I counted at the time as a protected high, just for the relevance of the move, if that makes sense. Like I still had draws towards these PM highs. That's why I had a line here, and well, I don't think I had the line, but I had an alert like set on TradingView. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Point is we had an SMT with our NWOG, silver fully mitigated or fully filled our new weekly opening gap, and we had an SMT with this high, right? Which I know looks crazy. Oh my God. So I was like, okay, I like shorts here. This looks really good. I was waiting through the shop. I had a limit order up here that I got missed. I believe it was the 5 minute. Yeah. It was the first presented 5 at 6, also at a 30-minute open here, right? Which the 30-minute actually might have got tapped. No, that would have got edged as well. So I had this limit order right here. Got missed by about a point. Stop was, I believe, a little larger. Yeah, it was 2.8. And again, same exact target, which I'll get into why the target was. Got missed, flipped, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna play this carefully, kind of just go about time. If we have if our 4 hour closes, like before we have our next 7 p.m. open, like our next 4 hour open, which I'll mark right here in purple, or let's make it pink. I got a pink hat on, let's make it pink. Hot pink right here. So this is our 4 hour open. Same thing with our True Asia open. I wanted to see if I'm bullish in that case, I wanted to see a bearish open. In this case, I'm bearish, I want to see a bullish open, right? Pretty simple. So we could see how heavily our first 4 hour closed. And I was like, okay, relatively a good closure, right? So what I'm looking for is if we go to the hourly, what do we have aligned with our daily open, which is our true day open, right? This hourly here, our CE was a bit higher. I was like, I don't really want to see a break of our daily. If we look at like points wise, I wouldn't want to see us come, 3 points above daily open. If we go to the 30-minute, or let's go, wait, I just forgot one thing on the hourly. Next thing is another key open, which is our true Asia open at 5 p.m. Boom, right here. I'll make that green. Now we have somewhat of alignment, 1 point space, pretty good, pretty juicy. Next, we didn't have anything on the 30-minute. And you can see like this is a 4 hour rejection block as well. Like once we close, this is a 4 hour RB. 15-minute, I teach that. I can't get into that. Sorry, guys. I try to not gatekeep as much as I can. This is technically an order block as well, the 5-minute. So like we can consider this an OB low that we tapped into. So yeah, that's like really it. A few fair value gaps, nothing crazy. It's mostly just based off key opens. So I was like, okay, I could take our true Asia open, or I could take our daily open. What's a better entry? Daily open, 2 point stop, bada bing, bada boom. Now, again, going into the trade, we had a bullish open. We didn't have a bullish SMT. there was no reason for price to continue and break these highs. So what was my thought process? And we can, oh, one thing also was OTE. This was a protected high based off the 15, something I said I couldn't tell you guys. And if we look at this OTE of this range off this protected high, it's 0.79. I could have got a 0.3 better entry, but I was like, you know what, I've got missed too many times. What is $30 gonna do? So I took, we had 0.79 of this leg, and we had 2 key opens and 2 rejection blocks, the hourly, the 4 hour. Beautiful. Targets, no. Why was I thinking we could be long here? Why didn't I want to see that full break? Which I actually trailed. Like I was like, okay, we're having really good sell-off volume. Like in 4 minutes, I was up, 13 points. I was like, okay, we have good volume. I'm gonna run my TP at this 667 low. But the second we hit this candle, I am trailing. So, or like this, not this candle, this line. So the first thing, so that was TP. Boom, we got stopped out there. I think probably got stopped out like somewhere around here. Doesn't really matter. If you guys are looking to learn rejection blocks, learn internals, OTE, Fibonacci, and first presented. This is the thing. The simplest way to identify which rejection blocks are going to be valid is something as simple as the first presented rejection block. What does that mean? Before I even get into this case, I'll show you. We can do, let's stay on the hourly, sure. So, okay, in this case right here, let's just look at this because this is like exactly what we look for. So the first thing is we always want to have a level or some form of liquidity on the left side. But in this, the case of that I'm talking is first presented rejection block. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hourly bullish candles, right? They all close bullish. 6 hourly candles. Yes, nice. Now what do we have here? This sneaky little guy. This is a bearish hourly candle. This is a first presented rejection block. Oh my God. Right? Obviously it gets really deeper, like way deeper, like aligning, time frame alignment, looking for identifying, like there's a lot more to it, but like just to help you guys understand, like if you're learning rejection blocks or new to them, first presented is something you usually want to look at. So you can see how this would have played here. Actually, I wouldn't have took this till 10. So once we had our 10 a.m. open bullish, tap that that hourly, because at the time of 9:55, this hourly wasn't bearish. Once it closed, we had our 10 a.m. open in this case, which is actually that's 7 a.m. I'm tripping. Anyways, boom, we tapped the rejection block, first presented, 2-point stop, boom, sell side liquidity, boom. There you go. You have a 12 RR trade. You're welcome. Pretty simple, right? And I can show you guys, let's go to the 15 minute. I'll show you a bullish example. Where's like a lot of bearish candles? Right here works. Okay, so like right here, we have like tons of 15-minute bearish candles, right? Again, you can see we have a bullish candle here, got ran through. We have a bullish candle here, got ran through. Now, this is why I'm always telling you to utilize multiple steps, like OTE, make sure you're in a premium or a discount, liquidity, SMT, like even the basic ICT shit you should be aligning first, but like make sure you have a valid rejection block, like a valid POI for a rejection block. Like if I have a level here, I'd be like, okay, now we can look for something. So I guess in this case, the 15 minute isn't great because we consolidated, but like in this area here, if we have like an hourly or a 4 hour, I guarantee that shit cooked. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. We have 7 bearish candles, and then we have an hourly, bullish hourly close. First presented RB. Now, I'm not saying like all of these are like really valid. Like I'd have to like really go into it and be like, yeah, this is a valid level in my eyes. But I'm just giving you guys the case of like, first presented rejection blocks, which in a lot of times on these type of first presented trades is you won't get consequent encroachment a lot. So always utilize like that OTE of that leg. Or if you're trying to get into a premium or a discount and you're like, oh, I'm just going to take CE of a rejection block. Also take into account, it's like if you're looking for a reversal here, maybe on the mid to low time frame, you're already in a premium or a discount and you're not going to get that CE entry, which in this case, this looks like a perfect example, right? Like we're already having a very deep retrace. This is a very small candle, which this delivers very high RR. What are we at? We're at 0.79 of the range. Beautiful. So instead of taking 0.79, if you want that first presented hourly RB, you're obviously going to take the high. Now look at that entry. Oh my gosh, 2-point stop. We're mechanical with the SL at this point. Oh my gosh, like target buy side, I don't care. Nice trade, 0 drawdown, right? Very simple. So I just wanted to give you guys also some help on maybe rejection blocks if you guys have been confused about them. And this works on gold and QES, silver, it does not matter. It's a very simple concept that people overcomplicate for no reason. So that's the first step you should be looking at. Oh yeah, so back to what I was saying. The reason why I was like, you know, oh, we could be long here. What is this? A first presented hourly RB. Oh my gosh, man. And what did we hit? What was my TP? What was that white line? CE of it. Wow. Right? Boom. Now what's this lower line? 4 hour. OTE of a 4 hour. Internal 30 minute. Okay, I'm not going to break all that down. But anyways, you get the census. So in realistic point, I could have TP'd here, caught longs. Now what did we reject up here? I could have ping-ponged the fuck out of this. You know how I told you I was like, oh, I wanted that daily open short. If we're going to come up for a time-based soup, which I can show you on the mid-time frame, then the CE will be a valid entry on this 4 hour or this hourly, which this 4 hour looks like it's going to be OTE of this hourly right here, 0.705. That is such a good entry, 708.4. And what am I doing? I'm playing the range, y'all. This is consolidation, but you're playing the range. Now what do we have right here? 1, 2, first presented 15 minute. Nice. So we have a shit ton of alignment. And now what do we want to do? Look at this range. And we keep in mind, like, everything's based on the higher time frame. We have all these SMTs, etc. Oh, exact same thing as all the trades I just showed you and all the trades I took. 0.79. Wow. So you could take the 15 minute top ticket. You could take the 4 hour, go into 0.7 of drawdown, or take 0.79 and go in 0.6 of drawdown. Like, it doesn't matter. You're running a 2-point stop for a reason. I've collected data on this shit. It's not like I'm just running a 2-point stop because I'm scared to, you know, have a red day or big loss. Like, kind of low-key a bit. It's kind of the whole point of top ticking and bottom ticking. But anyways, you get the gist, right? And then we came down to this 84 level, which cooked toe. Oh my god. Oh wait, no, that was my original long. What was the 30-minute internal level? It was OTE of the 4 hour. Let me see. OTE of the 4 hour. We had OTE, or no, we had, no. Internal hourly here. Did it even get tapped? I don't think it did, actually. And then we had the 15 minute. 705 was at, let's see, I don't even think I would have got answered on this. 82.5. No, I wouldn't have, so that long got missed. But you get the gist of this, right? So yeah, that's like trade breakdown, few sauce, few examples. Yeah, that's about it. That's like pretty simple. 20-minute video. I made it somewhat short, but there's a lot of knowledge in this video. We're up like a little under 5K, doing pretty good to start the week off. And what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my bias for the rest of tonight and tomorrow, and let's see, like, someone quote me on this if I end up like kind of smacking, is I think we're gonna come down once midnight opens in 7 minutes, right? In 7 minutes, I think midnight's gonna open, and it's gonna manipulate down to these hourly lows here and take this 667.8. Sorry, I regret doing that. This 4 hour, I'm gonna get a 4 hour gap, right? And I don't have a level right now. I could find one in here, but I'm not gonna be looking for a long tonight because I'm done till tomorrow. Asia, I'll be live. But yeah, I think we're gonna manipulate down to these 60s, take those, all these relatively equal lows on the 4 hour, maybe even see a dump to these 30s to 40s. And then I think we're gonna become bullish and flip to fill this NWOG. Maybe not today, maybe not tonight, but I think maybe tomorrow Asia session, I'll definitely have a bullish bias if we get down to those 40s, because I think we're bullish out of there. So yeah, trade breakdown, bias, examples, and some sauce on rejection blocks. Let me know if you guys got questions. Let me know if you guys are enjoying these videos, because your support, your feedback fuels me to make these, because sometimes I just feel like I'm talking to a wall. And also for the people that actually made it, I'm about to play Rainbow, the people that made it this far, and who actually like care about learning and like progressing with their trading and their life, and actually, you know, can sit through a 20-minute video of me talking because they actually want to learn something, and they, you know, have a census of, you know, be like dopamine. Something that kind of hurt my feelings today, guys, I'm gonna be honest, was I didn't, yeah, look, I already there, just this was like an hour ago, bro didn't drop the signal. The one time I don't drop a signal for my trades and I send you guys my trades, boom, guys, this is my trades tonight. No one reacts. No one says anything good. I have no likes on my TikTok story, which I don't care about these likes. I just care about like, if you pick a side, bro, pick a side. But then like the trades that I send of, trade this morning, 1 win, 1 loss, boom, 5 hearts because I gave the long signal, right? I can keep this going. I'm watching NQ, 7 RR to make back 2 losses on the day, 7 hearts, gave this signal, right? Nice, cool. You guys are showing so much love, so much support. Thanks, guys. Stop trying to catch reversals, follow the trend, bro. This is another trade. Signaled it. 4 reacts, right? Another live trading tonight. Boom. Took it, called this out. Ooh, all these likes. Nice. Who downward it, bro? It was definitely LS. Dana, are we dead ass? Dana, okay. Okay, I see how it is. I'm just saying, pick a side, guys. Like, if you're going to support me when I'm signaling and giving you guys callouts and helping you build your accounts, which, shout out my boy. I'm not going to show his DM, but he did like 7K in payouts for my callouts, by the way. So, I mean, if you guys, like, if I'm helping you guys, like, at least show some support. I felt like shit earlier. Didn't want to go live for that long. So, it's either you're on my side, you're on my team, or you're an enemy, okay? Keep that shit in mind. But other than that, I'm going to stop yapping now and play some Rainbow Six Siege, make some dinner, make some grub. Yeah, again, support, questions, DM me if you guys got questions, anything like that. And let's kill it this week. Let's get 3 more days. Let's get another payout for the week. That's going to push me to a live account on Top Step, sadly. Hopefully, this week I'm going to start going in heavier too. Try to get those bigger leverage. I want to get these accounts to like 8 to 10,000 before I go live. Hopefully, have like a pretty good balance. And then we'll be going to Tradeify and Lucid. We'll be cooking it, max out our allocation, get more funding, keep cooking. Yes, get it, y'all. So let me know if you guys got questions, and have a good Sunday night.